Are you open? Are you welcoming? Do you make it easy? Do you invite developers in? Then when you're there, do you measure the service that you're providing? I'm using some metrics here. You guys have got your own thing. I'm using something from API metrics, where it's monitoring API performance. But it's not just about monitoring the performance. It's then about telling the devs about what's happening to their APIs. What problems do they have? What impact should they expect on their applications and their services? This is a crucial point, right? So, and you know, classic marketing stuff, right? If it's going wrong, then fix it. Tell the guys. If it's going well, tell everybody else. Yeah? It's great. So find ways to measure your performance. So we heard Manfred talk about the gaps between what developers think that they can do with your API and then what they actually do. A lot of devs say, yeah, I'd like to use carrier APIs, and then don't do it. So very simply, I'm going to just try and talk to a few things, some of which we've already said, a little bit of repetition, but just a kind of top 10 things. Okay, look, these things, this is what you should try and do, this is what you should try and avoid. 12 things. Using the term developer doesn't cut it, right? Developers come in all kinds of shapes and sizes. We know this, yeah? From king up here somewhere to, you know, indie part-time hobbyist developer down here, and everything in between. Who is it that's going to use your API? Understand the market. You know, understand who you're trying to talk to and who you're trying to address. Listen to what they want. Again, sorry, I keep saying this, but I was really impressed with the fact that you run this kind of regular developer board, regular survey thing, right? That you talk to your developers, you find out what they want, you get feedback from them. These are crucial points. It's not, you know, it's not enough to just make your services available and then expect developers to come to them. You have to talk to them, you have to engage them. And then if you do ask them, you have to respond. Yeah? So if you do it, it's all very well. We ran a survey. What happened? Nothing really. They didn't like it, so we didn't do anything. Really, if you ask devs, if you go that far, then you have to engage with them. Find different ways to talk to them, right? You know, believe it or not, sending out a mass email to 10,000 developers with 6 different calls to action, things going on in it as a newsletter every now and again, really isn't going to cut it as a comms strategy for developers. You know, that's not going to do it. You need to find multiple and new ways to engage with developers. Something we said already, like make it simple. You know, these kind of, the two here are kind of following on from each other, right? Just abandon all that. Right? Nobody wants that. You know? Nobody wants to sign an NDA, ever. Yeah? Nobody wants to sign any complex agreement, right? If you can't put an agreement on one page, bin that, start again. Yeah, honestly, right? Nobody wants it. Simplify all the messaging, cut down the verbiage. We said in those two things, so that nice big paragraph on the one side, simple message on the other. Try and use the simple message when you can. Monitor your API, talked about that. Yeah, tell people about it. Actually, I skipped around, didn't I? This point, this get buy into the big dream. When I speak to a lot of carrier guys, people, ladies, who manage APIs, they're responsible for running an API team in a carrier. And they are always, always, always passionate, well-informed, knowledgeable, and they agree with all of it. The problem that they get is when it goes up from them. Right? I get that, yeah, because the kind of CEO wants to know what the ROI is going to be. You know, he wants to know, well, you know, where's the dollars, where's the money coming from, where's this, where's that, right? And I think one of the problems that the API teams have within carriers is selling the dream internally, selling the thing up. And I think the message that kind of needs to get in at a higher level probably than merely the API team itself is that the API teams need to run the API business. They understand what we're doing. We saw the different revenue models available earlier on. You know, somebody at a business at a sensible, real high level needs to buy in to the ongoing possibility. Or, or you just need to decide, actually, this is not a business for us. You know, but if you're going to do it, you need to get buy-in at a real high level. Champions and evangelists, yeah, this is kind of meat and drink stuff, right? I don't know if too many people do this, but having an evangelist network of some kind or a champions network of some kind, get these guys engaged, get them on board, get them into the developer communities, get them out there at the meetups and hackathons and various other events. Yeah, they will be your best friends, and they'll bring you great information back about your products and services as well.